Now look what we have here. We've got the micro losi T. I couldn't resist it in the white. Got the white up here. So in this episode we're going to check out how she works on the track. Also fitting a transponder. We're going to mount an easylap transponder to it and show how to do the wiring and soldering and get it in there. And then we can give it a road test on the track and see what lap time she does out of the box. I'm Steve and welcome to Madz RC World. Alright, so let's get her out of the box. I've never actually owned a stadium truck before, so that's what it is. It's a 1/28 two-wheel drive stadium truck ready to run. I've never actually owned in 1/10 scale a stadium truck. I've never used. I've only ever had two-wheel drive buggy and four-wheel drive. Alrighty, so underneath is all where it's all packed in the stuff. So we've got charger, put that over there for now. Batteries, the spanner, undo the wheels, and some Allen keys. Stickers as well. Alright. Oh, bubble wrap. Got hours of fun there with popping that. Okay, so nothing new, it's still the same transmitter as I can see, and we're on 100% throttle. This is what I want. Get the battery door open, and she's not over sharp, that one. Get these batteries out so we can put her into the handset, give her a run. PK cell. I've got some of them and then rechargeables in AAA's. For the Mini Z buggy. Now I've got to look down in there and we should see positive on this side here up, so that means positive up, and the positive, see that, there's a little button there, sticks out. Rightio, so we want negative on this side. She's clipped in. Okay. And next, she's all cable tied in. She's not going nowhere. They don't want her rattling around in the box, do they? Alright. Time to get the side cutters. Forgot to get them out. Okay, let's clip away. See if she'll come. No. years. Okay. Now that looks nice. It's nice and soft there as well. I wonder if they've got the same spring rate. Also, to check if your wheels are not over tightened, just make sure they just roll a little bit when you touch them. It's important. They roll, they roll. Okay, so I believe there's Velcro at the front. Oh, bit of an effort there. She's up. So next, no, we better check the packet out. Here's the part number. Well, I think that's the part number for it anyway. ET001L. Easylaps. And that's the lap counter system that I'm using to count the laps and see how many seconds a lap it takes to get around the track. Now, I've been fitting mine that way, facing there, and then double side taping onto there. I shouldn't have to. On the buggy, I just got to give it a slice. Clear the window frame. And that slice there, so it doesn't scratch the paint away, whichever. And most important thing is to get that drill hole lined up with that little dome there. And he sends a signal off. So you've got the pickup under the bridge, and when you go under there, it'll receive it and understand that your car's going past to count the lap. So that's where I'm going to stick mine. And if we look down there, so if I lay that piece of wire there, that'll tell me somewhere in the window around there I've got to drill a hole. Alrighty, the Easylaps transponder, I'm going to mount him just about there, just on top of the servo holder bracket. And I'm going to unplug that motor, get him out of the way. Right, so I'm going to do it where hopefully I'm on a straight section of the servo wire. So I don't want to do it on a bend or anything, where I'm going to splice in on here and solder the wires in. pull it back from here. Spread that. Plug that servo. Right, now when we want to do it, we're not going to take the coating off the wire both in the same spot, because just in case something happens we don't get a short, so we stagger it. So I'm going to do the black one. Very fiddly work. Oh, I can see some of the wire there now. Right, so the black one's there and the red one's going to be done back here. Okay. So that's them staggered. Just a little bit wide. Those wires coming out that way, so that's got to go that spot. Okay, so the black one, just going to cut him a little bit longer, just so in case something's not right. I've got some emergency there. The same with that one on the red. Got him. Now sometimes having too sharp of a razor doesn't always pay off. You can cut into your wires, you just want to bruise the insulation a little bit and find its spot. And there we go. We've got that done. Now, I have pulled on a bit of a wire here. I'll cut a little bit of it. I'm just going to make sure it's tucked. Okay, I'm going to do the black one first. Give him a bit of a twist around. I'll give this one a bit of a twist around so it doesn't fray back up and causes a nightmare. I'll give these wires a bit of a tin. Now, there's certain ways of soldering for all different applications. And you can probably see there's a bit of solder on there. And that's what I want. I'm not going to put the iron on there and then put the solder to the wire, because that's just going to melt the wire back. What we want to do is just get it on there quickly. A bit more of a dip. Right, we've got the solder on there. Now I'm going to do this black one. We'll put a bit of flux on it. And I might put a bit of solder with this one. I'll see how I go. See how it shrinks back? Right, see how that one didn't shrink back because I didn't muck around and heat it. Right, now I'm not going to twirl the wire around on it. The reason being is if I want to get back off, all I've got to do is, oh, look at that, it's even shrinking again. Let's have a look to see how it's gone. Probably wants a bit in there. Just a drop of solder on the lamp. Ouch. Got it. See that? Got it. Now when you look at that, they're nice and staggered. Now I'm going to give this a go, the liquid electrical tape. paint him. Over these wires where you've soldered it. I removed it before and it seems to pull back like the sheathing when it sets. Alright, I'm going to let that dry and then we'll come back to it and we'll show you the next bit. Alright, we've given that a little bit of time to dry. Now, what I'm going to do next is probably made that red wire a tad long. When it goes around the corner it'll shorten up. We hope. Right, now I'm going to get that and just paint it on. Well, put it on with a screwdriver anyway. I wonder if I can get the Just let that dry. Just find a spot where they're as close as they're ever going to be together. And just got to let that dry, and then we'll come back to it and have a look. Alrighty, we can have a look inside. And I've got my plug going in, motor wire going over the top so it stops it from flopping further up. And I put some Velcro on the servo wire connection to hold it down. Now, I used Velcro with no sticky, so I use like a quick grip to glue it to each other. So that's so that the tape never pulls off when I remove something or work on it. When I remove the plug or work on it. Sometimes when you've got small contact areas of this Velcro, the self-adhesive doesn't stick as well as it should sometimes. So for this is the light beam to register it for the easylaps, and as you can see I've texted a line there and put some there. I'm going to put the body down. I might just check how straight that is. We'll see. That makes a good ruler. Yeah. And then down through there, when we look under here, we go across here, and that's where we're going to start drilling. Right. Now I've got the hole in there. Do it with the bigger one. The reason why I like to stick a transponder in this area, because you've got a light shining through. When I do a painted body, I don't like window stickers, I like a clear window. So when I paint one up, I don't have to worry about drilling a hole or anything there, it's just there and it can see through the clear window. So probably need a bigger drill just to take that burr off. Rightio, so it's ready to go. Just got to get a battery in it. Just checking the hole size for that one. Let's measure it. There we go. I've got it at 2.7. So if we look here on the verniers, if you want me to put it the right way up, I'll show you how to read the verniers. So that's 1, 2, and we come along the lower line and we look, so we sort of know that it's a little bit past 0.5, so we look along the bottom line for the one that lines up, and 0.7 does. You could say maybe 0.65, but 0.7 is better to choose this time. And this, you always drill a smaller hole. Probably needs to go a smaller drill than what I had, which is 1 point. And it's got it written on there, so let's see how well the verniers measure this drill. Oh, slipped. No, I've got to measure on the shank of it. So I'm saying 1.5. Look at that, 1.5. Alrighty, so let's see if we get any, we might come up on here and see if it works. Turn the transmitter on. Push the button. Oh, a bit longer. Okay, we've got the green light on here. That's an indication light only. That's an indication light that it's powered up, just like that. This one here is for the signal, which is that hole there. Close the lid down. Rightio, so with the easylaps, it doesn't give you the number of your transponder on the packet. The only ones that do are the aftermarket ones. I've used them, they work well. The aftermarket ones you can buy from AliExpress, and they'll sort of come with a shrink wrap around them and have a bit more circuit board stuff to them, and I found I didn't like to mount them where I mount this one. I like the case on this instance. So what you do with this one is you got to put it around the track and it should register unknown car. So we've got the track on up there. We'll put the car around. Now, it's not registering. Should come up with, oh, I've got to put it into a race mode to do that. So I'm going to just start training and I should drive under there.
Unknown track, record 4.570 seconds.
Right. So if you see up there, it gives you that number. I shouldn't have did that like that, because it's gone too fast a lap for today. Right, so I've clicked on their new driver. We don't want an existing driver, we'll create a new driver. And what we'll do is we'll put a name in. and accept. Alright, so now we're going to take the micro lossy T around and see how consistent it is on the track, how many laps I can do in 20 minutes, and what its consistency as well. It's an important thing. Alright, let's get going.
T 6.391 seconds. Micro losi T 6.343 seconds. Race best lap of micro losi T 5.988 seconds. 6.628. Race best lap of micro losi T 5.882 seconds. Eight 6.046. Race best lap of micro losi T 5.810 seconds. 6.328. 5.841. 8.667. Race best lap of micro losi T 5.698 seconds. 5.919. 5.708. 5.783. 5.757. 5.760. 5.891. 5.776. 5.798. 5.851. 5.913. 5.803. 5.773. Race best lap of micro losi T 5.649 seconds. 6.033. 5.792. 5.871. 556. 5.752.
Oops, off the edge of the earth.
.995. 5.844. 6.401.
Ooh.
7.650. 5.736.
The tyres are gripping really well.
6.206. 7.811.
Oh, a bit too tight.
7.744. Point 054. 5.739. 5.938. 5.778. 5.917. 7.812. 7.226. 8.641. 5.916. 6.133. 5.995. 7.447. 8.273. 5.944. 6.151. 324. 0.226. 5.936. 6.515. 5.930. 6.000. 7.411. 5.667. 6.424. 5.910. 6.101. Micro losi T 20 seconds to go. 5.905. 5.882. 5.688. Practice finish. Drivers must be ready to start.
Well, that was a pretty fun run. It was what I consider, sometimes you could get into the groove and do lap after lap, and then sometimes you might turn in a bit tight. The speed's nice, very good. And the other thing is I'm not getting any torque steer or anything like that, so the tyres are working well. I'm quite happy with that. We'll go check out what's happening with the lap times and stuff like that. We have a look up there. We did 163 laps. Where's the best time? 5:64. That was pretty good. Oh, that was on the last. Oh, yeah. Well, no, that's lower than that one, but yeah, that's pretty good. What else have we got? And consistency was up around 50%. So, because of the car being very steery because of the wide tyres. Sometimes I've got to concentrate a little bit harder to make sure I don't oversteer. So that could be changed in shocker setup and stuff like that. We'll have a look at that later, but at the moment I want to get a box stock time and then go from there. Okay, so on my notice board I've got a micro RC124 unboxing track test time, and it's 20 minutes duration that I race for. So the micro losi T did laps was 160 laps. Lap time was 5.649 seconds, and the consistency was 50.74%. That wasn't too bad. And so we'll put some other cars on there in the future and we'll see how they compare.